Boom! We are here in Fundraiser Success Series module number 5, sponsorships. If this is free money that you're probably missing. I see so many fundraisers make this mistake, and that's not looking for sponsorships. Sponsorships matter. They can really add significant revenue beyond ticket sales. They can also help you to pay for the event before it even happens. I know one festival that gets about $15,000 in sponsorships every year. And they use that money to bring entertainment in. And then they profit 100% off all ticket sales, off all liquor sales, off all other things that they do. And they use that $15,000 specifically for entertainment. Now, here's the thing. Local businesses want community visibility. Sponsorships reduce your event costs, and when you're doing it, if you do it right, you build long-term partnerships. But that's the thing that most people don't understand, is that they do have to be a partnership. There's a few common mistakes that a lot of people who get sponsorships make, and that's not asking at all. They don't ask at all, and they leave so much money on the table. If you're in a community like I am, there's 2,500 people where I live, which is a tiny community, right? But there's over 100 businesses that all want visibility within the community. And the easiest way for them to reach 100 people at a time, 200 people at a time, 500 people at a time is by sponsoring things. It's absolutely true. Another common mistake is groups wait for the last minute before they actually ask for sponsorships. That's a huge mistake. Because if you're waiting until the last minute to ask for sponsorships, then you're not actually able to serve your sponsors. Which dives into the next 2 points I have is, let's say you're late. Well, how do you offer benefits to the sponsors? And sponsors is the wrong word here. Sponsors is not the correct word at all. Because what those sponsors are actually paying for, shh, don't tell anybody. They're paying for, specifically, a partnership with you where you're advertising for them. Yep, it's an advertising partnership. That's what sponsorships really are. And it's your job as the event planner, whether you like it or not. Are we ready for this? It's your job as the event planner to advertise for your sponsors. Holy potatoes. What a mindset shift that is. Because once you understand that, then you can begin to understand what sponsors really want. And that's to be recognized for their sponsorship. Now, I want you to imagine, I live in Saskatchewan, so we're going to use the co-op as a sponsor. And if you're in the prairies, you know that co-op sponsors almost everything. So imagine this. You're a local museum, let's say, and they have sponsored you. What do they actually expect to get from you? They expect to get a little blurb on a poster, maybe a post. But what if, instead of that, as a way to promote your event as well, you went to the local co-op and you took your trusty telephone and you said, "Hi, it's Rhonda from blah, 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 and I just want to say thank you to the co-op for sponsoring my event." And you posted it on Facebook with your ticket link underneath it. What's going to happen? Number one, the co-op is going to see you. And they're going to say, "Holy crap, they did a Facebook post about this." And the next thing you do is you put them on a whole list of sponsors that are sponsoring you. And every time you get a new one, you do a video just like that. All of a sudden, you've got 30 businesses that have sponsored you also becoming your promotional partners. Because what they've done is they've posted on their social media. They've reposted or shared it. And all of a sudden, all 2,500 people in your town have seen that your event is happening, or all 100,000 people in your city have seen your event is happening because it's been shared with 30 different sponsors. Plus, you're adding in the normal promotion that you're doing with the Jesse Lewis Hypnosis Show, if you hired me, with with the poster and the Facebook posts and the behind the scenes videos and the myths about hypnosis videos I do, and the all the marketing piece. Oh, the press releases and that we send to the media that may or may not get published. But soon enough, this becomes a huge snowball. And sponsors, this is also about marketing, sponsors see this. And they then want to sponsor again next year because they've seen what you've done. Do you see the difference between what I'm talking about right now and, let's say, you're a fair or an ag society that just puts, thanks to our sponsors in the program, the printed program that nobody reads anymore? Kind of a waste. But you're still asking for $500, right? So this is how we can start to serve our sponsors. So how do we approach them? How do we approach them? Well, we look in our local community. We identify businesses that are aligned with our cause. Now, sometimes just being local, like in a small town, you can get sponsorships from almost any business because they're aligned with the people that you're trying to market to for your event. So who's aligned with your cause? For instance, rodeos. Well, you should be approaching Cowtown. You should be approaching the belt buckle manufacturers. I have no idea if that's a thing or not. You should be approaching the local businesses that service the rodeo scene. And they'll sponsor you if you serve them. The other thing you should do is offer clear sponsorship levels: gold, silver, bronze. Have a headline sponsor. So for a silver or for a bronze level, it might just be that poster post. But of course, you're going to go above and beyond because you're serving your sponsors as they're serving you. Silver, gold. So every level is a higher money level. Yeah, could be $50, could be $100. Gold could be $10,000. Who knows what's appropriate for your event? It's up to you to decide. Once you have those levels figured out, you can explain exactly what they're going to get. Are they going to be in every advertisement that you post? Because you can't guarantee that somebody else isn't going to post an advertisement, but every advertisement that you post. So they're going to be on the posters, they're going to be on the Facebook posts, they're going to be on the Instagram posts, they're going to be on the TikTok that you do, which is weird, but it works. They're going to be on all the posts that you post. They're going to be in the press release that gets submitted to the local media. Yeah. And your local reporter is probably going to say, hey, in his article that you've pre-written, by the way, that you've submitted a press release for, that most likely the guy or girl at the media outlet, the newspaper, the radio, the TV, they're probably just going to read it verbatim. I'm going to be honest. Had hundreds of these articles done, and most of them were posted by me. So you explain what they're going to get. You're going to show how supporting builds goodwill in the community. You're actually going to show it. Okay? So if they say they're going to give you $50, that very day that you get their money, you're going to do this stupid video. Yep. Hey, thank you, co-op. Hey, thank you to whoever. And get a bunch of likes and get some people saying, hey, thank you for supporting this. Yeah. Build that momentum. So, creative sponsorship ideas. Okay? So, you can get people to do posters and tickets sponsorship. You can get intermission prize giveaways, shoutouts during the event. Hey, this skit is brought to you by John Deere. Everybody, grab your steering wheel for your tractor. That's part of the Jesse Lewis Hypnosis Show. Customization. Social media and website recognition. So you can do all that. Other creative sponsorship ideas is, well, maybe they don't have to give you money at all. Maybe they are giving sponsorship through silent auction items. Key takeaways. Sponsorships are super untapped free money for most groups that, I'm going to be honest, most groups are too lazy to do. Businesses need to have clear value in what the sponsorship is giving them. Clear value, benefits, and visibility. That's what they're giving you the sponsorship for. They're not doing it out of the goodness of their heart. They want you to advertise for them. Let's be honest here. So your job is to quit messing around and advertise for them. Sponsorships aren't hard. Just serve your sponsors. Strong sponsor relationships lead to repeat support. So your fundraiser isn't just about this year. It's about the next year and the next year and the next year. And imagine you get $3,000, which is enough to do your whole event this year. But next year you've done all this work. You've laid the groundwork for what sponsors actually get. And maybe the co-op didn't want to give you $1,000 last year because they thought, oh, it's not worth it. But then you come back to them and they're like, you did so much for us. You made us look like shining stars in this community. We're going to give you an extra $1,000. Wouldn't that be nice? And those sponsorships do happen. In closing, thank you for watching Module 5. Next, we're going to talk about event night and how to keep it running smoothly. And we're coming up to one of the most important modules in this whole series, and that is the extras and the add-ons, which is where you make a lot of money. So thanks for watching Module 5. If you want to talk to me about your fundraiser, if you're in Alberta, Manitoba, Saskatchewan, or just talk to me in general about your fundraiser, I can't help really out of those places, but I'd be glad to talk to you. My email's jesselewshypnosis@gmail.com, and I'll see you in the next video.